Good morning, everyone, and welcome to today's webinar, TFO Canada's webinar. Our topic for today is introducing TFO Canada online services. Our speaker is Marisabel Gonzalez, Program Director, Latin America and the Caribbean, and also Trade Support Services. We have some key instructions before we start our session. The first one is we will have a presentation between 9 and 9:40. Please mute your mics while Marisabel is delivering the webinar. And we will have a Q&A session after the presentation is done. It will be around 40 minutes. Before the presentation is over, we will launch poll 30 seconds, 1 minute poll for you to answer some key questions, and we appreciate your answers to those questions regarding the webinar. Also, we are starting sharp today, and we will end this at 10 a.m. Eastern time, so it will be sharp 1 hour session. And if you have any questions, technical problems, please use the chat and write us a message, and we can help you. We can support you. With no more, I will leave you with Marisabel Gonzalez, Program Director of Latin America and the Caribbean Trade Support Services. Just a brief introduction. Marisabel has over 20 years of experience working in international trade. She joined TFO Canada in 2008, and she, as a program director of Latin America and the Caribbean, she leads the implementation of different programs in the region as a program director of Trade Support Services. Isabel is responsible for developing and leading the execution of TFO Canada's Canadian market trade information services. With no more, I will leave the screen to Marisabel. Marisabel, over to you.
Thank you, Carlos. Good morning, everyone, and welcome to this webinar. We're really grateful for your time and your presence here. The whole idea today is walk you through the website, key areas of the website, so you can learn how to use the information and the tool available on the website in an efficient way that will support you either in the export process or in already accessing the Canadian market. So I'm going to share the screen for a minute. And for those that just recently registered with us and don't know us well, can you see the screen? Carlos, could you just let me know?
Yes, I can see the screen.
So let me go to the beginning. Just a brief introduction, who we are, what we do, why you here with us today, okay? So TFO Canada, we improve lives through the creation of sustainable trade partnerships for exporters from developing countries with Canadian and foreign buyers. We are a recognized leader internationally in improving lives and facilitating sustainable international trade opportunities for small and medium companies in developing countries. We were created as part of the Government of Canada in 1980, but we became an NGO in 1985. Our headquarters are located in Ottawa, and we do have regional representatives in the 3 most important import markets in Canada: Quebec, Ontario, and British Columbia. Our beneficiaries are you, the SMEs exporters, the trade support institutions, and on the Canadian side, we have the buyers and international buyers. Main funding comes from Global Affairs Canada, but we also work with other institutions, international and regional. We partner with governments in different initiatives, and we also do private partnerships with the private sector to implement projects. Where we work, we are all over the world, of course, in the South. So you can see here we have different projects. You can see the countries that are beneficiaries of our different projects. We do have a very, very big project right now, which is called Women in Trade for Sustainable and Inclusive Growth, which is benefiting 15 countries in the African region, 5 in Latin America, and 5 in Asia. So we are all over the world. We have been for 43 years. Our main source of information is the website. So that's what we're here today. And I'm gonna explain to you how we work on that. We have three type of beneficiaries: the foreign supplier of the exporter. This is you. When you register on the website, you get advantage of all this vast information we offer and tools we offer for you to prepare for the Canadian market. And we also offer online matchmaking. So for those exporters that have a minimum of 1 year export experience, we can promote online the export offer to Canadian buyers, to our database of Canadian buyers. This is done automatically. So when you register with us, if you have 1 year of experience exporting and you have an export offer, and I will show you how to do it later, the system will gather this information and we will publish this in one key bulletin that we send monthly to the importers. It's called Info. And there, all these export offers from the month will appear. And if the Canadian buyer is interested, will contact you directly. We also offer market information papers and access to Canada Handbook that I'm going to explain you in more details later. A quarterly exporter to Canada newsletter containing updates for you, important updates on trends, requirements, regulation compliance that could happen in Canada, could change, and you need to be aware of. So it's important you receive it quarterly, that you just check to keep you informed and update of what's happening in the Canadian import market. And webinars such like this and on specific topics that are related to the Canadian import market. For the trade support institutions that I have on the other side, we offer the same services, but we also work together in responses activities and missions and training and capacity building activities. The Canadian buyers, what do we offer to them? Is an export supply offer through the database. So export offer is here. We will show you how an importer can find this, can find you in the database. We offer them information on the country we're working on in implementing a project, market links, country profiles, to educate them more on how to do business in your country, how to approach you, how to do business with you guys. And we constantly inform them about our projects, and we send them invitations to participate in different trade missions and events. Our services are three. We are here today focusing on the first one, which is information. This is the comprehensive online trade information services that we offer. And I will explain you in detail all of this in a few minutes. We offer advice. This is basically in the framework of our projects, capacity building projects with trade support institutions, with companies, with SME exporters. We offer market familiarization tours to Canadian import markets. We offer market entry studies with Canadian universities that we do customize for the companies we selected. And the last service is contact. We offer online, as I mentioned, online matchmaking of promotion of product offers to importers, virtual and in-person trade missions, exporters, buyers missions. We bring delegations to trade shows and we offer them a B2B meeting agenda. So this is what we do. But today, our main focus is on information, okay? So you already registered with us. I don't have to invite you to register with us, but please do explore the website. Please do use it to the fullest, because this is what we do and how we do it. So, and let me move now. And Carlos, if you can please let me know if we are now live on the website.
Yes, we are live
Okay,
now on the website.
excellent. Thank you. So this is our website. Today is in English. Carlos will do the Spanish one next week, and we will have a French version of this presentation too. So the website is in 3 languages, okay? English, French, and Spanish. Basically, we focus on 5 sections. One dedicated to the exporters and the trade support institutions, one dedicated to the importers, one it has all the resources and the information you need to walk you through the market access. We have our global impact report and a new one that we recently created a few months ago, women exporters. So I'm just gonna go through these sections and highlight what I believe is key for you guys to understand and to work with. Okay, so I'm going to walk you first through the registration process. Why? You will say, oh, but I'm already registered. What do I need to know this? Okay, I will show you why it's important for me to that you understand the importance to complete the 3 steps of a registration. So here, you went here, you register. If you are a exporter, you register as a exporter. If you are a support agency, like, I don't know, from Peru, trade support, export promotion in Madagascar or Nigeria, you register on the support agency. And of course, if you are a Canadian importer, you register as under Canadian importers. But here today, we're going to focus on exporters. So you have 3 steps that I encourage you to finish them all and to complete. And I show you in a few minutes why it's so important. So the 3 steps is really very general. The first one, company details, organizational details. Okay, that is easy for you about the company. You complete all this information. This information is useful. Okay, most of you, you don't have a website. Okay, consider this as your mini website in the Canadian market. Okay, this is where you have online presence to promote your company and your products in Canada. So that's why it's so important to complete all the steps here. So you can talk about your corporate social responsibilities practices. If you have export experience, you will have to do 2 or 3 more steps regarding the description of your export product, where you go, where are you exporting right now. If you don't have it, you just say no and leave it like this and continue it. So I'll give you an example. If yes, it's 2 or 3 more questions that we open about the product, the destination. Then you will have to add your product here. If you export to Canada, if you say yes, you will, same here, you add the product you are exporting to Canada, the name
Excuse me,
of the,
Marisabel.
yes,
I'm not able now to see your live
really.
website. Yes.
Okay, so let me stop sharing and share again. So might be a problem with the, what about now?
Yes, now yes.
Oh, maybe it was a problem. So basically, I was talking to you about the importance of answering this question: export to Canada, experience or not, experience exporting to Canada or no. So you continued, I mean, how did you learn about us? Are you part of a project with us? You just heard about us on the social media? Did you find us Googling, doing some research in Google? We'd like to hear, how did you learn about us? Okay, this is important. Then you have defined the product, and here you can upload the images, your brochures, the photos of your products, whatever is necessary for you to have that exposure, that promotion of your product, okay? And then you will manage the documents here, upload any informative document, presentations, PDF, whatever is needed for you, okay? So this is important for you to describe the product, the name of the product. If you don't know your HS code, we give you a tool here how to find your HS code that will redirect you to the Post, Canada Post, which is the government agency, one of them that give you the HS code. This is important. You need to have an HS code to be able to name your product for an international trade. So keep in mind that if you don't have it, it is better to consult with one of the trade support institutions in your country and trying to get support on how to better find the HS code for your product, because that's the universal name you're gonna use when you export, okay? Price and production, I recommend you to put it maybe a range. This is good for the importers because it will give them more detailed information. I would encourage them to contact you. Once you have finished all this information, you're ready to register, hit register. The profile will be reviewed by the manager of the database internally, approved, and you will receive a confirmation. I want to show you why it's so important, not only for you to register, but also to complete your profile. If I'm an importer, right now, I'm going to be an importer, and I want to look for any, let's say, any product. I just interested in a product. I'm going to go to the importer section, and there is a area here called exporter search. So I'm going to give you right now an example of how a good profile looks and will call the attention of a buyer. So I'm going to go to food. I'm going to go, in this case, I'm going to go to Peru. And let's get an example of a company that has done a good job to do this. For the trade support institutions, this is valuable information. You have 98 Peruvian SMEs registered on the website. And those with the logo has been part of our project in the past, and they're still maybe part of our project. So it means they're being trained, they were ready to access the Canadian market. So I'm going to talk, I will open BioCunas, and all the work BioCunas did is here. All the steps, okay? Quick facts of the company. So you will see the product profile. That person uploaded. It has the HS code. It has the annual production, the annual export capacity, listed the products that company they are promoting, and then they had so beautiful images, the gallery. If I'm an importer, this is what I want to see. I want to see everything that will encourage me to say, okay, I like I like the description of the product. I'm going to go now and contact this person, okay, to this email and say if they have available what I'm looking for. We do have success stories about this, okay? One of the success stories that we had, I'm going to show you right now, is the, okay, learn more, success story. It was from Dominican Republic. That guy did his homework and was able to, was contacted by a buyer, a Canadian buyer in 2017. This is the guy. Online matchmaking results in beneficial Dominican exporter, Canadian importer connection. So he was contacted in 2017 for only sweet potatoes. That's how he started, okay? Just some pallets. Right now, Elliot is exporting about 3 containers weekly to Canada by boat, by ship. So this is how this connection worked. This is how he completed his profile, and someone that was in need of tropical and exotic fruits and oriental vegetables was able to find him on the website. So let's go now quickly to the main areas that I'd like to talk to you about here. I'm going to log in because there are some passport protected areas here. So allow me a few seconds so I can start. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to log in so we are able to see exactly why. Okay, let's check. Okay, it's logging in. So now I am in my demo account. Okay, here is me. Basically, this is my dashboard. Please don't mind the numbers because it's a demo account. But every time you want to update your profile, you just need to click this icon, and the whole, again, the steps of the registration will find, and you can update any information you need, and that will be then activate your profile, and the export offer will be published again. Okay, so this is good thing to do. So let's go to the first section, exporter or support agency, that I want to show you guys. This is the most important for you. So I want you to, this section has from A to C. For those that they're ready to export, but don't have that export experience, here you have information on how to get ready. Okay, so we offer you many tools that are important for your planning. Please plan your export, so you have a guide to exporting. You can access your export readiness and know where you are at. If you're ready, if you're still missing some step to go to the market and export, you can plan, okay? You have even a template to develop your export plan, and some guidance on how to update it and create a new one. Some information on how to connect with importers. Here you have some information on how to participate in trade shows, how to identify those importers, how to work with your trade representatives at the embassy of your countries in Canada to get this information on importers, how to obtain a list of potential buyers from the government directory in Canada. So this is how we guide you how to get this information. But before going here, because I know everybody wants to connect with a reporter, please do work on your export planning. This is important, okay? So more resources, more government websites, more regulations, requirements, you can find them here. You have also a database of the consulates, embassies of your countries in Canada, where they are, the information on email, about email and phone number, so you can contact them. Information about certifications, if you have a certified organic fair trade, or you want to certify and enter the Canadian market, here you can find some information, more specific information on the main trade shows that you should visit in Canada if you want to sell in Canada. Custom tariff, important, is a tool that goes to the Canadian Border Service Agency website on how to find out about what is the right tariff that applies to your product, and some information about the Canadian market and the Canadian consumer. So please do visit this section, because it's important. It has a rich information, updated information about how to prepare, but also how to access in terms of requirements and regulation compliance, okay? If we go back to the main, let me see, okay, let's go to market research. We do have a good section about how to do your market research. Maybe Canada is not the right market for you, but you need to do some research and see if it's good or not. Canada is very big, so you need to know what province you want to enter. It's not one country, believe me. It's different provinces with different regulation. So this will help you to understand better if it's Canadian market, and specifically a province is the right market for you to enter. Also, we have a frequently asked questions section that you can consult. But if you still cannot find the answer to these questions, we're more than welcome to help you on this, and you can contact us. And we do have one important publication that I already mentioned to you, which is the Export to Canada newsletter. The Export to Canada newsletter, we produce this quarterly in the 3 languages. And the last one is in June. What is the goal of this? Is to keep you updated, okay, to tell you about what's going on in the Canadian market that you need to know, if any changes in regulations, any changes in trends, any issues and challenges. We have so many after COVID. We try to keep you updated here with our publications. So I invite you to, when we send it out to you, you will receive it by email. Open it and see what we're doing, where we at, what is changing in the Canadian market. This is a good publication. Okay. Let's go back. Then we have, I'm going to jump to the Learn More section. Okay. The Learn More section has two key areas I want to visit today in this presentation. One is the market information papers. So market information papers is important for you guys, for your research, for your preparation. So these are that's sectorial info papers that we develop. We have around 21. So very specific to the import market, Canadian market in that sector. They are available also in the 3 languages. I'm going to show you the most recent one that we have updated, which is the home decor. So here you can go and find valuable information that will help you in this research. Okay, so let's see. I just gonna browse the table of content so you can see why it's so important if you are a supporter in this sector to learn about the Canadian market on this. So we give you a market overview, the trends and opportunities in this market, the market entry considerations, price, quality, regulations. What is the route? We talk about transportation and logistics and distribution channels, how the buyer behaves in this specific sector, what are the main trade shows, and we give you tips and recommendations of how to participate in these trade shows. We also talk about tariffs and importing and inspection and the corporate social responsibility. So all the MIPs are is very similar layout, the content. So I invite you to visit your own sector MIP, wherever you are, that it is fresh, it is services, you have them all here, okay? One guide that is important for you to learn and to have it, especially if you are thinking that the Canadian market is the market you would like to access, is a guide that we call Access Canada, a guide to exporting to Canada. This guide will give you all the needs or the information that you need basically to learn about the Canadian market. Okay, so here you have who is the Canadian consumer, how the Canadian economy behaves, why export to Canada. This will help you to guide you, okay, to find out if this is the right market for you. We even have the impact of COVID-19 on consumer trends, ethnic market, okay, the size of the market, the region, import by region. As I told you, Canada, we have to work in provinces, regions. We don't work as a whole, as a country as a whole, because it behaves differently internally. So here you see the regional markets, Ontario, Quebec, British Columbia, how they behave. Important topics that you need to take into consideration when you export to Canada: CSR and climate change and environment. So some information that you need to read, keep in mind, because the buyer asks you about these practices when they want to do some business with you. We also have the route to markets, distribution channels, how to find the buyer, Canadian trade shows. So here is it. You see, market entry strategy, import requirements, Canadian trade system. So it's a very complete guide that you have, and you can visit anytime in your process to learn about the Canadian market and decide, okay, is this the right market for me? Okay, this is important that you visit this. And this is how, through the creation, the registration of your company with us, you have access to these free documents, very important, that we update every 2 years, okay? If we go to learn more, we're going to go to the success story. I already mentioned one success story, but this is a good way for you to learn how other companies have been successful entering the Canadian market. So read it, read this, read their experience, read it, how they work with us, how they prepare. They have tips, they have recommendations of what to do and what not to do. It's different sectors. You will see agro-food, you will see services, audio, video, gaming. You will see also cosmetics, you will see home decor. So go and visit. Each one has a different experience from different regions in the world that you would love to learn. Their short story, very practical. So you can just learn from their example, and also visit our videos in YouTube that will also guide you, and you will learn from their experience. I guess, Carlos, you would like to do now run a survey.
Yes, Marisabel, thank you. Now
Okay,
we are
give
going
up.
to
So I'm gonna
so
stop. Mm-hmm.
yes, we are just going to launch a quick survey. It's
Mm-hmm.
just 3 questions, so we appreciate if you can respond to them
Yeah, and then
at
I
this
will
moment.
finish with 2 more sections that I have to finish. I will finish.
Exactly.
Okay. Okay. So let's give it you 30 seconds, please. Answer
We have
us if you like what you already been listening to.
yes, the poll has been launched, so please we appreciate your feedback, your responses. Ten more seconds, and we will stop. So we are stopping the poll. Thank you very much for your responses, and Marisabel, over to you.
Okay, thank you very much. Let's continue it, and I'll finish with the last 2 sections that I would like to share with you today, and then we open the floor to questions and answers, okay? So I guess you can see my screen. Carlos, please confirm.
Yes.
Okay, so we jump in here from the Learn More. I just walk you to 2 main areas here, but you can see you have in the menu the webinars. You will find a lot of webinars here on a specific topics, but also this webinar is being recorded and will be there, but you can see we post them. So if you like to learn more about, let's say, intellectual property, negotiations and business skills for women exporters, you just need to hit the button and listen to the webinars here. We try to always keep it update, and some of them are in English, some of them are in French or Spanish, all depends. So we also have our services. I'm not going to go into details, mostly what we offer under the capacity building projects. And here you will find again the frequently asked questions, some past projects that we have finished that will be useful information for you. So if you would like to visit, that will be useful too. Going to go to our global impact report is something that we do annually. The most recent one, we published it in June. So if you want to know what we do and how we work and generate that impact, I invite you to visit this, okay? Because this is what we have done in the last year. This is, for example, what we have done, how many women we have helped, how many SMEs exporters we have helped under our projects, how many sales we have generated. Here is where you are right now, guys, how many exporters we have in our database, 11,920. and we have a database of 2,000 importers, a little bit over. So this is important for you to learn about what we do, where we work, and especially if we have new services offered. I invite you to read it once again. It's in the 3 languages. And last but not least, one new section that we prepare for women exporters, and we are very proud to have it now live, is the women exporter session. It's in the 3 languages. The purpose of this section is to offer women so information and tools that are more adapted to their needs and to their situation. So we all agree, men and women, we do have different needs. In the sporting is even, we do have, we need different information and services. So basically the idea of this section is give you information about other platforms or the forums where you can connect useful resources so that you can use and to network. So for instance, we just produced a guide for women exporters to access the Canadian and international markets. So please do visit this guide. You will see it here. Let me walk you through this. So it has all this information, but with a gender lens, with a gender perspective. So you can visit it. We've just published it like 2 months ago. You will learn a lot about the Canadian market, and you have some tips and recommendations that you as woman exporter, what to do, how to manage, how to even prepare to a trade show and things like that from a woman perspective. So I invite you, the women exporters, to visit this valuable guide when they register with us. Other one that we do offer is different websites. So you will see here we have We Connect International, or WIT. This is the Organization for Women in Trade. We have the UPS Women Exporter Program. It's for women. They have very valuable information and modules that you might be interested to attend. Connect Americas, International Trade Center, Women's Economic Empowered, and She Trades. So I invite the women exporters in this webinar to visit all these platform resources that we offer just to improve and to learn about the export process. And I would like to stop here my presentation. My idea was walking you through the website, but through the key areas for you to get the key information in an efficient way, showing you the importance of having your profile complete and how it looks to the importers. So this, I hope the information is useful. It's short, but useful. And I would like to open the floor to Q&A. So Carlos, I think they need to write it in the chat.
Yes, we have some questions so far.
Mm-hmm.
So let me share with you the first one. Could you please provide the Ontario office contact information? That's on our website. We can share it with you. The headquarters are in Ottawa, so we are located in Ottawa, and we have regional representations also in Vancouver and Toronto. Then we have another question, which is I'm already registered to TFO Canada, but had not uploaded any picture, price, or other information uploaded for my product. So can I do this now or need to do a new
Yes.
registration?
Yes, you need to log in. Okay, please do log in. You have an account. Log in. So go to the icon I show you. Okay, so let me share the screen and I show you right away. But basically, how could you do it? You know this icon you have here? If you click on the icon, once you enter the account, you have a dashboard. So the dashboard will tell you how many the product, where sectors you are, the matches that you have. Okay, so to be able to update your profile, you just go. I think I used to go. in the icon. So the whole information will open up and you're able to modify any information of the registration. And here you have the opportunity to upload and submit all the information that you're missing. So yes, the answer is yes. Just go back to the profile and do it and upload.
Yes, a similar question just arrived regarding the fact that the person wants to upgrade the product picture, so same applies. So just add your picture once you are logged in, and you will have your profile updated. Then we have another question, which is I already registered on the website. I have been trying to get online to update my page. I lost my password, but it's not allowing me to reset my password. Maybe we can just share a reminder that there's a link available when you want to register on our website. That is the recover password. Let
Is
me,
it available here? Yeah, you want me
yes,
to share again the maybe and
yes,
we walk him? Okay, let's do that.
but I
So,
think we have to log out for
okay,
that.
I can log out.
Yes,
That's not a problem.
yes,
Okay, let me sign out.
sign out.
Okay, here I am, sign out. I'm gonna get into Levine again. So, exactly. So, forgot your
For good.
password. So, I hope that's what you tried to do before. I don't know. So,
Yes,
I
and
hope
you can add the email
the,
address
the
here
email
and
and
submit.
submit it and should be receiving a link to be able to create a new passport. If it's not working, okay, maybe the only way is to contact you, Carlos, or Baharnish directly so we can fix it because I don't know if it's not working. Just I recommend the company to try again, but if it's not working, she could contact us directly.
Also, while we receive more questions, maybe it's important to remind the audience that it's key to add the products because what happens sometimes is that we are receiving information, the submissions of the profiles of the companies regarding the information, general information, if they have if they have export experience or not, but we don't receive the information about the products. And if this information is not included, then we cannot approve the profile. So it's key for you if you are doing the registration or if you have, or if you try to register and still your company is, well, you're waiting for approval, that it's important to verify if the product is already included in the profile.
Okay.
There's another question here. Is it possible to see a list of importers from Canada on TFO Canada's website? Marisabella,
Could you say that again?
yes, the question is it possible to see a list of importers from
No,
Canada on TFO Canada website?
no. We don't publish and we don't make that visible. I mean, it's a request from the importers. It's under the Privacy Act that we cannot promote their contact information. But I show you in the exporter section a directory. It's in the section how to connect with importers. There is a small section that will show you the directories of the government. Even if you go there, you won't find the contact information. Okay, you will find the name of the company, but not the contact information. It's just it's how it's in Canada. It's Privacy Act, so we cannot disclose this information.
Another question. Can we upload product pictures and other information time and then, or it's just one time?
Oh no, you can update the profile as many times as you want. Just be mindful that images and brochures, they have a size. So you have a certain size amount of, I say, memory to do it. I mean, so be mindful that if you want to do, you need to have to read and maybe have the resize it. But no, anytime you want to change your brochure, put an update one, just go ahead and change it. It's good because every time you activate your account and do something, an update, that will be, again, the system will collect the information and will create the export promotion for you to the buyers. So keep it active, keep it active.
We are still on the time of Q&A, so feel free to ask any additional question if you have any comments or doubts regarding the registration process, for example. It's a good time for it. Sometimes it happens that the company registered registered once some time ago, and they were not sure if they were registered, and they register again. So be aware of, like, be mindful or and aware of which was your registration email address that was used in both cases, and if you can log in the, for example, the last time or the last user that you created online, so that's the one that you can continue use. It's up to you, but uh, we recommend you, if you have any doubts, you can contact us. But
Yeah.
yes, continue using the most recent
There's
profile that
a
was uploaded.
there's a good question that someone asked here. How do they do to participate in trade shows like CRC, PMA? Okay, the way we participate delegations is under projects. So how do you know where we are working, who we are working is important. So the newsletter is one. They will tell you exactly where we're working, what countries we're doing. How do you know about our projects? We normally partner with trade support institutions in your country, the trade promotions institutions, either private or public. So they're supposed to launch invites under our project to be part of the capacity building and the market access activities to be part of the project. So I guess for you guys, SMEs, is to be in contact with your trade promotion institution, either private or public, see when the invitations are going out and say, okay, we're starting a project with TFO Canada, with recruiting companies to be part of the whole project. That's when you need to know and need to get in to be part of the shows here, because it's a process, okay? We start the capacity building, and then we get you ready, and then we bring you to the missions in the to the show. So it's a whole process that is the partner that implements the project with us in the country that will launch these invitations to you. Um, I'm already doing export to Canada for handmade woolen. Good for you. Congratulations. Someone to explore more markets and possibilities. Oh, wow. So how can we search market with the help? I hope you mean how you can expand the markets in Canada. That's what you mean. I'm not sure if you're looking for one international markets, or you still what you want is to expand the market in Canada to other provinces. I'm not sure about, but if that will be nice to know, to understand better the question here. Okay. I already guide on how to update the profile. There's a question from Angela. Angela, you just go to the icon that when you log in, click the icon, and then it will open all the steps of the registration, so you can update the steps, different steps, and load images and everything. So okay, I think we're good with questions. I think we are okay. So if we don't have any questions, any more questions,
there's one comment
uh-huh.
regarding we are a snack food manufacturer in Venezuela. Anxious to find the right importers in Canada for our products.
How do
Plantain
you
and
find the
cassava.
right importers?
Yes,
Oh, okay.
plantain and cassava chips
Yeah.
products.
Well, this is part of the market research that we need to conduct for the Canadian market. I mean, you need to have, I guess you already have export experience, you have your HS code. Basically, if you go to the Connect with Importers section and on our website, there is a government directory. You can get your HS code there, and they will show you immediately the list of companies, okay, that are potential importers of your product by province. Once again, you're gonna get the name of the company. You're not gonna get the contact information. So part of your market research now is go and find the website, go and find in social media who is the person, the right person that you could contact. Most of these buyers, they're very active in social media, such as LinkedIn, okay? So maybe you don't bother them with 1,000 emails, but rather go to the social media and say, hey, this is what I have, okay? So it's part of your strategy that you need to define once, but it's just a few steps that you have to perform before in the market research before getting into that buyer.
Final comment, one from Anup. Want to expand the market, want to know if I can get information on which part of Canada to focus. My products are being exported more. So it's kind of a general market access question, which, well, we have, as you mentioned, we have our market information papers and we have our access to Canada guide, which provides a general overlook, like an explanation, sorry, about the Canadian markets and
Yeah,
requirements.
basically, first of all, Anup, your product is you need to know if it's for the diaspora or not. It's a niche market or not. Okay, so your market research is trying to find out if maybe Ontario will be the best because has the group of people that is willing to buy your product. Okay, so research is really Canada. The Canadian import markets, the provincial are British Columbia, Quebec, and Ontario. So you will focus your market research in those three. Okay, so population, diaspora, all this type of, you need to, in order to define. Then after you see if you have the right market, then you go to the regulations, because provincial regulations are different from federal. So if you go to Quebec, it's not the same that to Ontario. So you might have to go to the province of Quebec government, Ministry of Trade, and try to find if your product will be allowed there. Okay, so a lot of research to expand. Don't do it like crazy because you might hit the wall. Okay, it's important.
We have the final question here. It's, do you have trade missions with Canada, with Canadian buyers to other countries? So that's the
Yes, we
question.
do. Yeah, it all depends on the projects. I mean, I give you an example. In Africa, with the projects we have in Africa, we don't go to Canada. We go to Europe or the regional markets. Okay. In Latin America, we go to the United States and to the Canadian market. In Asia, we go to the United States, the Canadian market. I mean, it all depends of the trade promotion institution, what markets they decided are targeting and important for them. So yeah. Masu is asking, why do I you skip? What is your question? Does TFO review our premise? Yes, we do. We do under project, Masu. If you're part of our project, One of the steps of the capacity building is product adaptation. So we evaluate your product, we see the packaging, we see the labeling, we're trying to adjust it and make it suitable for the Canadian market. So, but it's under the project, so you need to be part of the project. I guess we can maybe finish here.
Yes,
And
we can end our session for today. Thank you very much for your participation, your active participation. We had a good number of questions, and hopefully this session helps you to better understand the services, the online services that TFO Canada provides, and the registration process under our website, which has been enhanced and is in continuous enhancement. And Marisabel, thank you very much for your continued support and for all the information that you shared with us.
Thank you very much to all of you for your time. So I wish you good luck. And if you need anything, maybe Carlos, you can write the email, the harness email or mine in the chat box, and
Yes.
then they can contact us. Okay. Thank you
Okay.
very much.
Have a good day. Good afternoon.
Bye bye.